Alright, here's my review of Legend of Korra, Book 4, Episode 10, Operation Beifong. This episode pretty much is Lin, Opal, and Bolin headed out to save the rest of Opal's family. And Bolin is just completely annoying in this opener, and I'm like, oh god, I thought we were better than this. I thought you evolved past this, Bolin. But then suddenly, Toph shows up. Toph has apparently been keeping up with the situation due to the connection she has with the spirit vine. She apparently has she's been keeping up with the situation, has been headed out to save Sue. She's headed out to save Sue. She links up with Bolin and the others, and they proceed to actually infiltrate this little factory where the rest of Sue's family, Sue and her family, are being held under it. But first, they see the weapon that Kuvira has been working on. Apparently, it's one big-ass cannon that can shoot spirit energy like Vatu's rays. Yeah. Meanwhile, in Republic City, things are kind of getting a little more chaotic. Raiko is like, look, I need weapons based off of spirit powers, and Korra's like, no, we're not doing that. Meanwhile, we find out what, Varric and Asami are planning. It looks like they kind of look like they're building Iron Man armors, which I think, called it. Yeah. So Korra, after Raiko's trying to get her to use spirit weapons, Korra decides to say, look, maybe I can convince the spirits to help us defend, pretty much help us defend defend Republic City, since it's their world, since they live in the spirit wilds. So she heads out to do that, and Wood suggests that since an attack from Kuvira may be imminent, what he suggests is that pretty much let's evacuate everyone from the city, which he then reveals to Mako that, well, what I was really doing was trying to get in Korra's pants. Yeah. Anyway. So, where was I going with this? From there, we find, Bolin and the others are kind of, trying to figure out a plan for the following night. We also discover that Julie has been really just, working against Kuvira. She's been actually sabotaging the gun to keep it from attacking Republic City. But after that, we also discover after, they're having one big dinner, having a little overnight dinner, just to plan out what to do next, Bolin asks the big question, who is Lin's mom? And Toph proceeds to say it's a guy named Kanto, some dude we've never even heard of. And this is where Lin pretty much says, look, you were a pretty shitty mom. Not knowing who my dad probably wasn't a big thing to you, but to me that was a huge thing. You were so emotionally distant in our life. Oh man, and I kind of take Lin's side on this, because I would imagine that Lin's, Toph was probably not the best mother in the world. She was probably not the best mom on the planet. Anyway. So from there, we have Kuvira is preparing to use the weapon, test out the weapon, the weapon system again. Meanwhile, we have Korra, who's going into the spirit wilds to talk to the spirits and try to convince them of what to do. But they're kind of getting the fuck out. They're kind of just packing up and leaving. So Korra literally goes into the spirit world to talk to the spirits, and she says, look, you're part of this world too, to which the spirits are like, look, you want to do the same thing as Kuvira's doing. You want to use the spirit, you want to use spirits as a weapon. That's not too far different from what Kuvira's trying to do. So, you know what? We're not helping you. And they proceed to leave. Yeah, how much you bet that the spirits are going to show up at the last episode and help them fight off Kuvira's army? How much you bet that's going to be that's going to be what happens in there? So anyway, going back to the Beifong, Team Beifong. They break into the prison while Kuvira and the others are checking out the weapon, and they go they go under. They discover they discover the rest of the family. They get them out, but however, topside, Kuvira discovers that Julie's been sabotaging her weapon, and proceeds to do one of the most. She just pretty much says, "Look, we're gonna lock you up, but not in a cell. We're gonna lock you up in that deserted town, and you can see the weapon firsthand." So yeah, that is some A grade evil right there. But anyway, so after getting everyone out, Bolin, finds out from Opal that, Julie is going to get fried. She's going to get wiped out by this weapon. And he's like, look, I can't just leave her there. I cannot just leave her there to get killed. She's been trying to stop Kuvira. So he gets, he proceeds to head out to save Julie, with Opal following him on her bison. Meanwhile, Sue and Lynn decide, you know what, this is probably going to be our best and only chance to take down Kuvira. It's now or never. So her, along with Wing and Wei, Sue, Wing and Wei, proceed to try to take out Kuvira. And let me just say this. That was probably one of the best goddamn fights I've ever seen in metal bending fights between Sue and Kuvira. That was pretty freaking awesome. While Lin, Wing, and Wei were battling, the Earth, the rest of the Earth Empire forces, Kuvira, Sue and Kuvira were probably having a pretty epic fight. I mean, Kuvira made a wrist sword out of her armor. Sue made an armor around her body. Oh, it was so cool. I really dug that. But long story short, they managed to damage the weapon. Opal and Bolin managed to rescue Su Yin, not Sue, Julie, excuse me. I'm working off of a cold, guys. That's why I'm kind of powering through this, so you'll have to excuse me on that. So anyway, they proceed to get them out of the town, and yeah, Toph admits, yeah, I was a really shitty mom. I openly acknowledge that I was a really shitty mom, but you and Sue turned out really okay. And she proceeds to head back to the swamp, and Opal's like, wait, you're not coming back to Republic City to help us fight Kuvira? And she's like, no, I didn't want to tell Korra this, but my back is killing me. Well, she's old, so I can kind of take that. And it's kind of interesting to see, such a powerful earthbender kind of come down to age. And she's like, why do you think Katara and Zuko aren't getting involved in all this? You just got to leave it to the next generation and hope for the best. So I really like that she's openly admitting that, hey, I'm in constant pain. This is why that's probably why she wasn't so eager to train Korra at the beginning, because, well, she's getting on in years and probably not doing well health-wise. Anyway. But all in all, really dug this. Not a lot else to say. It was just one big action episode, and it kind of broke the whole episode 10 curse. For those who don't know, the episode 10 curse is pretty much where all the really tear-jerking moments happen, like the death of Jet, Katara finding, there are a lot of moments, but I think the biggest one for episode 10, for the curse of episode 10, is pretty much, the death of Jet, more or less. But anyway, so I'm really excited to see, this weapon be used on Republic City. I really want to see Varric and Asami's, countermeasure weapons. And I'm just, at the same time, I'm sad because now we only have 3 episodes left. Technically 2, because they've announced that, the last 2 episodes are going to be a 1-hour special. I'm so sad. I'm so conflicted right now. I am so sad that this is all going to end soon. Anyway, so you guys tell me, what did you guys think of this episode? Did you guys like it? Did you guys hate it? And once again, I'm really sorry for kind of just skimming through this episode review. There wasn't a lot to talk about other than it was just really badass. I think some of the best moments were, between Toph and Lin and all that. And, of course, the fight between Sue and Kuvira's fight was pretty frickin' epic as well. And, we finally know Lin's dad. Whoever the fuck that guy is. Now now if only we could find out who Sue's dad is. Apparently, Mike and Brian did say in an interview that we are going to find out who, both Sue and Lynn's dads are. So, kind of curious to see how that all goes down in the next 3 episodes. Anyway, once again, hope you all enjoyed this, and I will see you guys later.